timestamps, and written reports over and over again. And yet nothing happens. What does it take for Public Works to enforce its own rules? Do the rules even matter? Are permit rules optional for a criminal organization called Scientology? Right now, the message this department is sending is that they can block public streets, set high structures without approval, and ignore every regulation with zero consequence. This is unacceptable. We are not asking for special treatment. We are asking for basic enforcement of the law and rules. The same enforcement any small business or resident would.
Thank you, Miriam. That's 60 seconds. And we'll move next to Laura FM, followed by Yvonne.
Hi. So yeah, I'm going to second both what Audit LA and Miriam said. If we are allowing the city to allow an organization or a business to continue their scheme and scam of permits, wherever that may be, whether it's L. Ron Hubbard Way, whether it's downtown, whether it's the Winter Wonderland, you guys are literally allowing slave labor. You're allowing child abuse, elderly neglect, medical care. Every single one of those members in there, I know 2 of them are my mom and dad and my sister. So I'm telling you this, I was born and raised in this. You guys are allowing these permits, and no matter what they're saying they're for, it's a scam. Somebody needs to investigate this. This is insane that after years and years, you've had members of this cult letting you know what is going on, and the permits are still being allowed to be given to Scientology. This is a fucking scam. It needs to stop. Who's going to stop it?
Thank you. That's 60 seconds. We'll move next to Iran.
Thank you. I would like to get back to the government efficiency and innovations as a concept of there are funds available, and I would recommend that somebody from BSS or the building and safety or the film permits people lead the coordinated effort of assimilating all of those types of permits and the policies and the steps involved in obtaining them, so that the communication and cross-checking of the validity of checks through the initial application phase to the actual issuing date and the compliance thereafter is done in an orderly manner in accordance to the policy, procedures, codes, and mandates of the city. Otherwise,
and President King, I do see a couple of additional hands raised on the virtual platform. If you like, I can ask if you would like.
Yes, please.
Public comment. Thank you. Gigi, I see your hand is raised. Would you like to offer public comment this morning?
Yes, please.
Go ahead. You have 60 seconds.
Okay, I'm going to switch it up a little bit. To this day, I have not seen any proof at all that there is legitimately no parking on L. Ron Hubbard Way. I want you guys to do something, or if it's another department, I want someone to do something about this, because we've been talking about this for a long time, and there legitimately is no proof that anyone in the city can show any of us there's no parking. Please rip up those bricks, reclaim that road, change the name back to North Berendo. It belongs to the people, not to Scientology. They think that they own it. Take it back. Thank you. I yield my time.
And I see Georgina, you have your hand up. Would you like to offer public commentary this morning?
Yes, please.
Go ahead. You have 60 seconds.
Thank you. Yeah, the street being stolen from the city is a big issue. You need to open that street up for parking. You need to stop giving them permits. They're continuously violating. I defy you to find a single permit they haven't violated. Every time they use their slave labor forces on these projects, they don't show the permit. They misuse the permit by operating outside of the term limit or the confines of the permits. I know Scientology seems like this huge endeavor, and that there's very little you can do. But these are the little things you can do. You can participate in helping to keep them in check. They need to be called out and they need to be kept in check. When we talk about slave labor, these are people that make as little as $11 a week. Between $11 and $47 a week is all they make. They work 16-hour days. They live 12 to a room.
Georgina, that's 60 seconds. I do see call-in user 1.
Hey, Peter. Thanks for coming in.
Would you like to offer public comments?
Yes, please.
Go ahead. Please speak clearly into your device. You have 60 seconds.
As a Los Angeles resident, California governor announced California tax credits will be rebooting a once popular program that highlighted beaches in Los Angeles. I hope that Film LA will encourage the use of all members of Los Angeles, highlighting the use of beach wheelchairs and the use of access mats, and considering highlighting Paralympic and Olympic swimming athletes. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you. And President King, that concludes public comment this morning.
Thank you very much. With that, we will close the general public comment portion of today's meeting and move on to multiple agenda item public comment. The board will provide an opportunity for members of the public wishing to speak on more than one agenda item during multiple agenda item comment period for up to a minute per item, up to a total of 3 minutes per meeting. This is the only time to speak on more than one agenda item, and please identify the items that you will speak on when you are called. We do not have any in-person speakers, so we will transition to our virtual platform.
Thank you, President King. And we'll start with Audit LA, followed by Laura. Go ahead.
Good morning again. Yes, I'd like to start with minutes. I really, sorry, just to let you know, Nora Ames had her hand raised. But with the minutes, okay, I really wish that it was going to be recorded, especially that last caller that's talking about the Paralympics coming and wheelchair access on beaches. Although she invited all Los Angelinos to participate in filming it, we know that Scientology won't because they consider people in wheelchairs degraded beings and would not participate in that. But I would love to have that in the minutes because that is a very important issue, as is everything that we're bringing to you. And then I want to go to the street improvement. I hope you let Nora speak. She has her hand up because I'll let her. It was very important about what's going on with the street, which would be a street update. But I'll keep it generic. We need a street update because yes,
Apparently
there is no proof whatsoever about it being no parking since 2009. Okay, there was no parking from 2008 to 2009, but since there's nothing, but yet they are enforcing it. And it kind of goes, that's what I mean by one hand doesn't know what the other hand is doing. You are giving them permits to shut down a street, and during those permits, people, or even beyond the permits, like there's no parking, but there is parking, so nobody knows what the other one is doing. So I'm asking that you not only, that's the main one that we really need to have an update on, is what is with the parking. And, what is going on with, and why are these, and with the building of all these towers, they have not had an inspection on any of their towers or the LABPW permits since 2022. So that's what I mean. You guys are giving them a permit, but they're not getting the inspections needed for the equipment in these permits. It's so convoluted.
Oh,
That
that's
is why I
nice.
was advocating as well with the streets upgrade. The report that you really do an innovation project to coordinate this, because they are absolutely abusing this system, and this street is being held hostage in a sense. Because I get why they want it, of course they do, but it belongs to the public. It just does. That's the fact. They can, if they want to change that and get a vacation, there is a process for that. Number one, where the street is going to close that's a 3-year closure. That is going to be really hard. The CAO said we cannot afford the convention center, so, but I ahead with it, but that money and all that time,
Thank you.
I'd rather see
3 minutes. Audit LA. We'll move next to Laura FM.
Go, Laura.
Hi, thank you. Yeah, again, I'm gonna second exactly what Audit was talking about, both on Pico being closed off for 3 years. That's just crazy, and also you don't know literally what's gonna happen in 3 years in LA. So the fact that a street would be closed for that long is just insane. That's a really busy street. My friends live all around there, so I know the trouble of that. The other thing is seconding what she's talking about, investigating, guys. This is such a simple thing. If you guys sent out an investigator to specifically talk and bring up the subjects that we've been talking about, calling in, then you would be doing your job. I don't see that anything is being done about anything on the permits, the things happening on L. Ron Hubbard Way with their parking meter. Like, why is nobody allowed to park there? I live 3 blocks away. I want to park there. I have a big van. I pay for parking in my own neighborhood because of the little parking here. Why am I not allowed to park my vehicle on L. Ron Hubbard Way, which should be revoked? That permit should be revoked back to North Berendo, not L. Ron Hubbard Way. A literal cult leader who has destroyed my family's lives and multiple of my friends' lives. So you didn't let Nora Ames talk. She needed to talk. She wants to talk about how that street even got named L. Ron Hubbard Way, and how her own family members had something to do with putting that sign up. The sign up. This is about all items on this topic. I was talking about Pico at the beginning, and now I'm talking about everything in general. The investigations of permits needs to be done. It needs to be done. Why is nobody bringing this up? When Scientology is getting away with these permits, that means anybody can get away with fake permits at this point. Is Public Works going to be okay with this in a year when just random fake permits and things are being used to shut people's First Amendment rights up and to cover up crime? It's not going to be okay. So I will yield my time, but that's what needs to happen. Is the investigator needs to go in and do actual investigative work. Thank you.
Fantastic, Laura. Way to shut TJ up.
That concludes the multiple agenda item commentaries who previously indicated that they wish to offer multiple agenda item comment. President King, however,
Hey, Mark.
2 additional hands raised on the.
Yes, please.
Georgina, would you like to offer multiple agenda item commentary this morning?
Yeah, I'd like to talk about the minutes, please.
Okay, you'll have 60 seconds. Go ahead.
When you don't include in the minutes these things that Laura and Audit and everyone else is calling and talking about, it's like you're denying them their voice. There's no record kept of it. It's not carried over to the next meeting. People that get the minutes don't get to hear what was discussed, and we have to start fresh every week. If they were at least included in the minutes, we could carry over from week to week. The person reading about last week's would know what was discussed. There would be a lot less repeating of everything. We repeat and we repeat and we repeat, and nothing is getting heard, nothing is getting seen. And part of it is because we are being silenced by not being included in the minutes. And that needs to get changed. You have Granicus at your disposal where you could at least put a link in, but really there should be a summation of what was said. Thank you.
That's 60 seconds on minutes, and I do see another hand raised. Nora?
Yay,
Would you like to offer
Nora.
multiple agenda item commentary this morning?
Yes.
Go ahead. Please indicate which item you're speaking on. And
On the minutes themselves.
Okay, you have 60 seconds. Go ahead.
Thank you. So I want to just reiterate what was just said by the last commenter and Audit and Laura, but also I just want to offer this information very quickly that specifically in regards to L. Ron Hubbard Way, formerly known as North Berendo, massively the signage on that street, there's evidence that I have that it was not produced by the city of Los Angeles.
Commenter, can you please restrict your comments to the item which you indicated, which are the minutes?
Okay, well, if we were, we're talking about that last week and the week before and the week before that and the week before that, if these were noted, then I wouldn't have to come on again to talk about the illegal signage that's posted, and we need an investigation into that. And if that could be noted for the record, that we've requested an investigation into the legality of the no parking and the L. Ron Hubbard Way sign itself.
And that concludes single item and multiple item commentary this morning, President.
Thank you very much. With that, we will close the multiple item public comment portion of today's meeting and move forward with the approval of minutes for Wednesday, November 20th.
That's it, guys. I really don't have, yeah, she did a good job recovering from the, when they tried to cut her off about not talking about the minutes. She did a good job of using the minutes topic in a way that still brought up her other agenda items, or, you know, her other talking points. So good job, Nora. Thanks for calling in. Excellent job, Yvonne, Gigi, Audit, Miriam, Laura. Sorry I was late, guys. I had to run out and do something. And then, so I came in as Audit was talking, but by the time the camera started, it was on Miriam. So I missed all of Audit's on stream. So sorry about that, guys. But you can, if you ever want to go back, this is what I do when I'm trying to get better audio. I go to the Board of Public Works YouTube channel. And I don't know why I'm whispering. It's just I was whispering over there talking earlier. So you can go back to that and catch what she said. And that's probably what I'll do. I might clip what she said because she had some really good talking points and really valuable things to input that they need to take account of and be held accountable for. And they need to do better. And we're going to keep demanding it of them, that they do better. So shout out to everyone who called in. Shout out to everyone who watched. Everyone giving support. It's really important. And like Peter has been such a valuable asset to these call-ins. He doesn't come on and talk, but behind the scenes, he supports and provides documentation and backup and research that I just can't be asked to do half the time, to be honest with you. So, and if you guys ever want to call in, it's so freaking easy and it's fun. So I post it on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays for the Public Works meeting. Audit LA usually makes a post. Let's turn that off. I was watching something. So I was watching back my own stream to see if I wanted to make it public or private, and it's going private. So anyway, you can go to my post, and in my post, you can click on the agenda, pulls up the agenda. You can scan through that. If you don't feel you have something to say on the agenda items, don't worry about it. You don't have to. You can just raise your hand, because then the next thing you do after you decide to do it, you can either click on it from the agenda because there's a link embedded in the agenda, or you go to my post again and click on the Zoom link. Well, I hit the agenda. Anyway, I'll show you how to do it from the agenda. So it's got the Zoom link embedded in the agenda. Click on the Zoom link.
Recording in progress.
It'll take you in.
Before any closure can begin.
Hit raise hand.
Is that correct?
The Department of Transportation.
I'm going to get out.
Approve the traffic detour plan and traffic control plan.
Because I don't want to accidentally be unmuted. So you click on the Zoom link. Click on the raise hand. TJ will come on and say, did you wish to make public comment today? And say yes. And then they'll call on you when it's your time to go on. And you can get out whatever you want that you've seen that might pertain to public works, such as these permits, such as their recruiting techniques. You don't even have to focus on the permits the whole time. You can start shouting out abuses you've seen, and by denying these permits that maybe they'd be stopping some of these abuses. You can focus more on those things, but just make sure to mention at least the reason for the season, which is the permits, the parking, the stealing of that street, the sidewalk repairs, the use of slave labor to do these sidewalk repairs, and just get out the things that you see while watching some of these streamers. Because we've all seen streams and we've been like, oh my God, someone should report that. Why isn't someone doing something about that? Why isn't someone saying something to the city about that? Well, you're someone. And I realized that. I'm like, well, I'm someone. I can be that someone. I can say something. I can do something. And you can too. And every voice that joins in has their own take and their own perspective. And it's so great to hear so many different voices, so many different perspectives, and so many different takes on what is important to them. And like, we all can't, you get a minute. You can't cover everything in a minute. But if like 10 of us call in, that's 10 minutes. And in 10 minutes, we can bring up a lot of shit and each not only back up what the person before them said, but add something new, contribute something new. And it's so easy and it's so fun. And you don't have to commit to doing it every meeting like Audit does and Laura does and some of these more committed people. I don't commit to do it every meeting. Sometimes I take a day off just for mental health. Sometimes I take a day off because I'm meeting someone for brunch. I mean, you know, in real life stuff happens. I have appointments. So I don't come to every meeting. But I come to the ones I can and ones where I feel I've got something to say and get out. And it's so much fun and it's so easy. And you can do it anonymously. I don't use my real name. You know, Georgina is not my real name, guys. So you don't have to even use your real name. Audit doesn't use her real name. You can use a pseudonym. You can say you're Xenu. I thought about doing one with Xenu calling in and having it be Xenu because I think that'd be a lot of fun. And, but yeah, even if you don't get the nerve up to do that, just coming into our streams and shouting out a little support and encouragement means a lot. It really does. And liking and subscribing to everybody is huge support too. So keep that up. I really appreciate you all for doing that. But if you ever feel like, you know what, I'm a little pissed about X, Y, and Z, and I want to say something, I want to report this, that's your opportunity to do it in a completely safe, anonymous way from the comfort of your own home. You can lend your voice to this movement, and it'd be amazing if we could get a few more of you to just once in a while pipe in so that they hear it's not just the same 5 people bitching at them, that there's a whole community of us out there that have these problems, these concerns, and that we're not just making shit up, you know. Anyway, I'm going to get off my soapbox. Eyes to See, you're amazing. She calls in so much. She advocates for children. Please like and subscribe to Eyes to See. Like and subscribe to Laura, Miriam, Ganja Girl, Audit LA, Nora, all these people that, you know, that you want to support that are making a difference. It might not seem like we're making a difference sometimes, but we're chipping away at them at a grassroots level, chipping away on the little things that they can actually do. They can revoke those permits. They can change that street back to a public accessible parking street. And they can make a difference. And we just got to keep pointing it out to them and keep insisting on it and demanding it. They did get the planners removed by doing this. And if we keep chipping away at these things, eventually we'll get to bigger and bigger things. And we've got momentum on our side, and we've got history and the goodwill of the people on our side. We just need to activate it. We just need to keep going. And I'm going to go. I don't have anything else to contribute to this. And again, I really appreciate each and every one of you. But yeah, consider calling in. It's so much fun. Even if you just do the process and then you chicken out and put your hand down, that's a first step. That's a first step. And appreciate the efforts. Maybe next time you'll speak. It's a little nerve-wracking the first time you do it, so maybe have notes Ready? Or try to follow Audit LA. Maybe don't raise your hand until after she goes on, because she gives you an example and the courage maybe that you might need. So anyway, take care, guys. Have a great day and go out and do something fun. Bye. Have a great weekend too. Bye.